In this video, we're going to dive deep into AI advertisement and how you can make the best AI ads out there for profitable campaigns. Now, we do see a lot of AI ads and a lot of different people talking about it, but what we do see is that most of them, they're not looking that great. We can see the lip syncing is off, or just the way they're talking, the way they're looking. So what we're going to do is really narrow down how to make AI ads that look organic and how we make AI ads that actually can scale your business and just not talk about the hype. We're gonna look from AI UGC videos to actual product images and how we can combine them to make them from meta ads to actually your organic Instagram page, organic Facebook page, and you can combine both of them so it looks the most natural. If you're new on the channel, make sure to subscribe, click the like button and drop a comment. Let's dive into it. So the first thing we're gonna look at is Orchid AI, and I used 10 to 20 different tools actually, and all of them do not look as good as this program. Now, the only thing that I can say is that it's more on the expensive side of things. We're paying €100 a month for 10 videos. I think the first month is around 70, but then eventually you go up to 100. So in the end, this tool for me is it compared to the other tools. What we can see here is that I already, of course, made a lot of advertisements with this, but you can see very big differences. If you look at this one,
I was asked to review the formulation behind Nooms.
We can see that actually this doesn't look good at all. And most of this comes because of the work you do before you're going to start generating the ads. So really put the work in, because if you look at, for example, this.
You know Brian Johnson, that guy? Yeah, he got me heavy in the gym and on that longevity path.
We can see there's a major difference, and most of the time it just comes down to how organic you're choosing your actor. If we're making ads in general, we don't want something that is too professional because people don't like to relate with something that's too professional or too good looking. We want actually things that are a little bit more out of the box and a little bit more normal and natural to them. Now here we can see that we have talking actors, video, images, and so on. The talking actors, we can choose an actor and we can actually, of course, make a more organic one. What I would recommend is in a car, walking in the house, walking outside, not sitting straight, not studio-wise like this, that I would definitely not recommend. And the second thing that we can do is choose the language. Now, if you're making your demographics, let me say that I choose this one. If you're making the demographics of your audience or where you're gonna actually sell your product or have less competition, right? Then you will be able to go here to the voiceover and choose the language, but also choose the accent. And I really like that you can choose the accent because it makes a major difference, of course, in conversion. We can see, for example, we can take a Brazilian accent and then...
Hey you, welcome to Archids. I'm one of the natural...
So yeah, the thing is, of course, that you want to be able to choose a very, very good voice. Now you can also connect it to 11 Labs, but honestly, from my experience with this program, I mostly find a very good voice that is connected. If you now choose this one, you will see she's gonna have that voice. We can also test it, and this is very nice. Okay, then we can just use it and we can hear how it will sound like. What is a very amazing tool before you actually use the credits.
Hello, I'm promoting a product. This product is about gym equipment and we love it. It's the best product.
Boom. And then we can add the emotions, and the emotions will be that it's, for example, excited in the beginning and so on, so on. You can see excited, curious, enthusiastic, and then we can play it again with the emojis in there.
Hello, I'm promoting a product. This product is about gym equipment
and boom, we hear a complete different and very, very well voice. We can also choose here the speed, this stability, but honestly, I never use this. The second thing that we can do is the videos, and this is very nice because here we can actually, if you're dropshipping, for example, you can download the product and add it in here without needing to physically have the product. And you can see here they look very natural as well.
So quick reality check, I'm actually not real. I know, I look like...
We can also do this with unboxing, but do keep in mind that these videos, they take longer and also they're way less in your control than, for example, with the speech, because they're pretty new and it's way more complex for the program, of course, to generate them. Now, when you choose this video, for example, and the second thing you can do is, let's say you get a video.
All right, so I used to have a whole cupboard.
You can extract the frame.
MN, magnesium, vitamins, all separate. It was
pick the frame.
And half the time I'd forget what I'd even taken.
Now the cool thing is when we have this frame, we can download it and we can actually put it in Nanobanana. And Nanobanana is one of the best tools to make product-based images. So let me download this image. go to Gemini or Nanobanana if you want to do separately. And then we can actually ask, can you make a full picture of this person in his house? So we're now going to generate that image, and then the second thing is we can actually add the product that we have into that image. So you have, from example, from the ad all the way down up to your Instagram, Facebook page, TikTok page, all the way down to have a product of that person, and then eventually connect that with the product image. And boom, here we have. Of course, I didn't prompt it very, very well, so it is kind of AI generated, especially with the background. Then again, what I like to use combining this with Nanobanana is actually also using Canva. So we have a lot of different tools that we use, but that makes it perfect. So if you now download this image, you can actually also go protein shake drink, for example. Let's say we want a product, shake drink. We can go to images, we can download this one, this person, and we can say, make him hold this protein shake. And boom, here we have now a full-on picture of the person that we had in ARCAD that is making UGC create content, and actually a product picture of that person now again in his house, for example. And what we can do to even go a step further is we download this image. And Canva is an amazing tool, especially because you have all the templates in there. We go to Canva, we go to Instagram posts, we go to templates, for example, let's say product picture. You see here you get a lot of different tools, different templates. We can take that image now, we can add it in there, and boom, now we have like some type of image, and we can change all the colors around it or whatever you want. Let's say you want this, boom. And now here you have your first Instagram post. Of course, you can do a way better job if you put more time in there. Now, when it comes to scripts in ARCAD, to come back to this, of course, it needs to be important that how you actually make the script and how you actually make the video structured. So I made it a little way of the structure is, of course, the hook. You start with the hook, and the hook needs to identify the problem. You need to, of course, come with a solution. But what I like to do is you first have the problem, and then you're going to emphasize on another problem that people face with that problem, so it really feels natural. And then we come with the solution, and then we come with the CTA. It's a small script you follow, but make sure to, if you have it on an Instagram story, that it really feels authentic. You don't want to sell something online. You want to make feel like you're actually helping their problem or cure their problem, right? If you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe and put something in the comments. And in the description, you will find my school community where I will go live every Saturday and talk about this product, but also you'll find different courses way more in detail on how to make perfect ads. See you there.